My colleague Hesha is now joining me on the story. Hesha, this is something which a lot of people actually were speaking about, the fact that this could very well be an awareness campaign. But the very fact that, it has actually shocked everyone. Because the manner in which this was done, a lot of people, in fact, are now questioning why such a large mirage.
Well, that's true. You're absolutely right, because as Poonam also has said it in the video that she's rolled out just a few seconds ago, which you just played, that she did take an extremely bold step, which is faking her death. And that practically went all over, especially when the news was rolled out, not only on her Instagram page, but also when her PR team went ahead and confirmed that she's no more. So all these speculations amidst, the last 24 hours and plus has only caused so much despair, and it's torn the people between two sides, which is one, why was there such a big need to use death as a mean of awareness? And on the other hand, there are people who are actually coming out in a support, as you can also see in the comment section, that Poonam took such a bold step only and only to ensure closer to World Cancer Day that it's important and it's imperative that women are aware about cervical cancer. Having said that, Poonam also has been a part of a lot of controversies even in the past. So, people are kind of shocked that she took such a bold step, such as faking her death, which she's also admitted in the video, and going ahead and causing and creating awareness. So yes, the audience is divided into two contrary, opposite polar opinions, and pretty much that's what's happening.
Hesha, please stay on with me. Amit Tyagi is also joining me on the broadcast. Amit, we have seen that this is not the first time a celebrity has done something like this. But, with regards to cancer, because it is something, we have seen how many people and lakhs of women actually have been losing their lives. Questions definitely will be raised in the manner in which, this awareness campaign was being done.
The video, you see that she apologizes first. The video starts with, "I'm sorry, I faked my death." So it means that she never imagined that this could take this turn. I mean, it was a very sweet cause, but the way it was done and how now the media circumstances, I don't think she's very proud of this now, because she opens with an apology. And for such a social cause, the manner it was done, I mean, the means was right, but the end was definitely not recommendable. But for years and now in this age of influencer, she calls herself an influencer, and it's very important for an influencer to be clear of her duties and responsibility. I mean, the message is very good, but the manner it was done was not done. I knew from the day one that this something is fishy. We at the India Today network, we had put stories with a question mark. We always attribute to the source, and that's the reason now that all our stories, all our stand, editorial stand of what Poonam had done is now clear. But it raises a big question mark. What celebrities do and what should not do, and in what manner it should be done. In the past also such news had come up, but times have changed. Now is the time where the media is extremely volatile. Social media has a very huge reach. In that case, such campaigns should be properly justified. Even in Instagram, when you're doing a post, you need to mention. Now she's put a collaboration with the particular brand she's been working, but the manner, this whole thing in the last 24 hours is not right, and Poonam definitely is not proud of it. That's why she opens her video with an apology. But having said that, it's a very shocking but clear-cut, very impactful move for the cause she's been doing. But again, I said it doesn't justify the end. The means doesn't justify the end. And I think there should be more. They could have put some more thought and action than just creating and sensationalizing the whole issue, which somehow I think just mars the whole the message that they're trying to put across.
Right, Amit, stay on with me. Hesha, coming to you now. If I just give you some data, unfortunately, every day close to 200 women die in India. And in India, this is the second most fatal cancer after breast cancer. And what the data has been suggesting is that 1/3 of the cases globally are coming in from India. So definitely this is a big worry, and this is something which we should be talking about. But one of the things which people obviously will speak about the fact is that many women have actually lost their lives. So those families will obviously not be liking the kind of campaign that Poonam actually came out with.
Well, the data that you shared is absolutely correct, where there is a lot of awareness as far as breast cancer is concerned. For cervical cancer, there is a lack in that aspect. So, well, as my colleague even Amit said very rightly, that the route that Poonam has taken is to actually create more awareness about the campaign and about the simple fact that it's important for people to get themselves tested and create that sort of awareness. Having said that, it is indeed such a sensitive topic. Like cancer by and large has a lot of emotional value and quotient attached to people, and something which has such a huge health scare, where people must have gone through it and overcome that. Poonam using this in probably a form of an awareness campaign, which can be also misconstrued or perceived by others as a publicity stunt, can definitely cause and harm a lot of emotions amongst women who've sort of battled that. But having said that, it is only Poonam who can justify why did she decide to take such an extreme step in terms of creating an awareness, which was to an extent that she actually decided to go and fake her death. Now, death and cancer together also, is so difficult to even fathom for one, and an emotion so heavily rooted, and using social media where people are actually so sensitive, and mental health is such a topic of discussion, going ahead and causing that kind of stir and anxiety on topics such as death and cancer definitely puts a question mark and raises a lot of eyebrows. So sure, awareness, yes, we sort of agree to that, even the apology, but is the step a little bit too extreme? Maybe yes.
Amit, coming to you now, from what we are understanding, one should take a vaccine. One must rather take a vaccine. We have, women who need to take all these. But do you think, what Poonam has done, will it make people hate Poonam, or do you think she will actually become a hero? Because this definitely is one of the biggest cancers, at least in women, that the country is facing at the moment.
I'll once again said the end is not bad, but the means to that end is really, really questionable. I mean, cinema, the celebrities are a biggest medium of social awareness. I remember 1980s, a film called Prem Geet came, and actually the film had a, had it was dealt it was the story of cancer patient and Akhiyon Ke Jharoke Se. These films, they had stories of the pregnant suffering from a disease, and at time in 80s, it made people aware of disease like cancer. So cinema and actors definitely have an impact. That's why they've been used as an influencer. But the way, it can cause, I mean, we have seen in the pandemic time, such news can cause anxiety. Such news can really, it can just, it's like a double-edged sword. It can kill or it can prevent you also. So in Poonam's case, I'm sure if the comments have been coming in, and it's a mixed bag of comments. There will be pros and cons to her. She will be dissected to everything what she had said. So I mean, her action cannot be justified by the means. I personally feel some other route could have been taken rather than just creating this drama. And I just said she opened with an apology. I faked my death. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I mean, why she's sorry? I mean, said we should say it proudly, na, if she's so vocal about that cause.
Right.
So I'm saying that the whole intention of the social call gets marred away by her the action and the what transpired. Maybe she never imagined that this whole thing will snowball into this. But times are different now. People are extremely sensitive to even one word you utter on social media. Social media, I mean, it's definitely a very strong medium, but it comes with its own pros and cons. It comes with its own, set of ifs and buts. So I'm sure she'll face both of that. But I hope this thing she takes up, and so that the whole purpose of that awareness is fully
Right.
comes across.
Amit, stay on with me. Hesha, coming to you now, as a woman to a woman, do you think this will actually make a big impact? Do you think the awareness campaign that Poonam is actually trying to put forth, do you really think that more women will now get vaccinated?
Honestly, since you mentioned in the start of the conversation from one woman to another, I feel awareness is something that it can also be spread via a word of mouth, which can also happen from one woman to another. B, via just social awareness from by probably taking a more positive route rather than taking the extreme step of going ahead and faking your own death. Having said that, was she successful in creating that kind of awareness? Yes, but did she also create a lot of stir and a very controversial image of her own self, create a lot of anxiety amongst not just us media folks, but even her fans? the nation by and large was all stressed up, anxious, wondering what exactly has gone wrong. Also, please let me highlight the fact that this was also well rooted with the fact that the PR teams were in touch with media people, which means that Poonam had sort of in a way well planned and sorted this out, because we got an official statement. India Today got an official statement from the PR team that she is no more, confirming that her sister called, the manager and informed that she's dead. Then going ahead and making sure that there are these 2 videos that go up where there is an apology that she's rolling out, also sort of means that she's not owning it. And then going ahead and talking about the fact that the intent is to create some sort of an awareness. It sort of really leads the audience into getting completely confused. People are misconstrued. So if you really ask me, I feel a more softer route could have been taken. And even right now, if you go ahead and read the comment section, there are a lot of comments wherein women have gone out and written that, she could have probably been a lot more sensitive towards this particular issue. And then we can see that there are bots and, a full mechanism going on where they are reacting and, trying to showcase that Poonam is doing something in the positive light. So it's pretty much mixed up.
Right. Hesha and Amit, please stay on with me.